Hi, I'm going to be skim coating this wall today to get rid of this speckled texture that we have here on the wall. And so basically the goal is to be able to paint it and have a smooth paint finish on all of the walls that we're doing in this room. But I'm just going to focus on this one today, and I'm going to use a roller. I'm going to use a 12-inch taping knife. I'm going to use a mud pan, and I'm going to use a painting pan, and I'm going to put mud up on this wall, roll it up on the wall, and then I'm going to go through the process of trying to get the mud as smooth as possible so that basically when I come back to sand, it's not going to be super hard or super difficult, and I'm going to know where I need to sand. So we'll just jump right into the process, and I'll kind of tell you what's going on as I'm doing it. And one thing I'll say is don't go all the way to the top because you're going to come back with a knife and create a nice edge for the corner, but you cannot do that with the roller, so don't go all the way to the top. Okay. And I'm overlapping these, so I'm getting just a nice, I guess, bed of mud on. I guess that's what we call it. Okay, then check your knife basically, and you want the bend, if there is a bend in the knife, if it's doing basically a U shape or anything like that, you want to make sure that the U is basically, the bend of the U is going into the wall. You don't want there to be a concave, you want it to be convex basically. So if that metal is bending, you want to make sure that the bend is going into the wall and not away from the wall. That's the best way to point it, because if it isn't like that, you're going to have issues with your edges of the knife trailing in the mud. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to pull down, basically wipe down, and I'm also angling the knife, because basically what you're going to do is you're going to angle this knife so you have this side coming out smooth, and then there being a little lift off over here. So it's not completely and totally level, but what you're doing is you're creating these lift offs as you go along that are going to be sanded out, okay? And so you start with figuring out where you want your lift off. And for me, I want my lift off on the right hand side. And that's going to make it easier for me, basically. So I'm just going to do this and show you kind of how it works. Go up here, adding a little mud. And you can just pull down with the mud as well. So you're gonna hit this mud, keep pulling down. Yeah, it's thick. It's wrong, thick. That's all right. The other thing too is you don't want it to dry out, so you can feather your edge. You can do it, you bend this knife blade in and you come down this way with it, so that if something dries out here, you're not completely and totally done in, and you'll have a smooth edge to work from. Okay. So my first lift off was going basically this way, I want to make a real smooth surface up against here and this door. Now my second lift off is going to go the opposite direction. I'm going to come down with it. I'm going to come down with my blade like this, bending this way slightly. And so the thing that I'll sand will be in the middle. see there are lift-offs on my left-hand side because I'm applying pressure to the right-hand side with my knife. And this is what I want. I want to be able to see the lift-offs and then sand them out pretty smoothly. And so I'm just going to continue on this wall, and I'm going to keep doing the same exact thing up into the corner, and then that'll be it. And when I'm raising, I'm trying to keep it as flat as possible, basically. You know, with a little pressure on my right-hand side, but just keeping it flat when you got to pull up is really the key. Well, thank you for watching, and that's how I skim coat oddly textured drywall walls to get them smooth again. So it's been working for, you know, I don't know, a couple of rooms now, and I'm going to keep doing it. And hopefully you found something useful out of this video. And if you're a DIYer, I'm going to leave some videos below that help me learn how to do this process. So thanks for watching, and have a good day.